Clearly I've done a lot of thinking today. I've done a lot of driving too, to be frank with you. And I mean, I've said a lot of very deep, intimate things about my family and my life and my mom. But I don't always want to talk about the bad and there have been a lot of good things too. My mom is not like a monster because a lot of this is her childhood trauma. I mean, she'd probably kill me for talking about it, but she had a very fucked up childhood. It was messed up. And I mean, she was never taught how to be a mother ever. I mean, she was used herself. I mean, I think she's the second oldest of 6 and she raised them all. I mean, as a younger person and a kid, being 8 years old and having to take care of your family and your 6 siblings. There was 2 girls and the rest were boys, and Michael's the baby, my Uncle Michael, and she raised him from a baby because he was a lot younger than her. But I mean, on top of going through all that, she was 1963, I believe. And so, I mean, back then parents didn't get in trouble with social services, and there was a lot more things that happened. I mean, my mom, you can't say some of these things anymore on social media, like the things that has happened to her as a younger person, like a kid, and then as she grew older, the situations she put herself in, due to her use of things that she liked or didn't like but just did, I guess. I don't know, but I don't want to always point out the bad in the situations of what my mom, the reason I hold on to so many things is because I know that mentally she's never really been okay. So I mean, yes, it's her fault, yes, she needs to take responsibility, but it's also things that she mentally struggles with. And our mental health system they don't help people a lot of the times. Even if they hospitalize you, they pump you full of different drugs, tell you this, tell you that, give you some therapy and send you on your way, and then financially it's impossible to get help outside of that, and you're lucky if you even get into those places. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like our mental health system is set up to help people like her. So then families have to deal with that kind of stuff. But I mean, no, I don't know what a loving relationship is with my mother. I mean, my kids do. And a lot of this they have been shielded from. The stuff that I talk about doesn't mean that my kids have gone through all of that and experienced all of that. I mean, there are some fucking horror stories, don't get me wrong, but I've never given the opportunity to my mother to do to me, to them, ever. That's one thing I've always swore that I would never, allow my children to go through, is the things that I experienced, because I was never going to be that mother. I was never going to allow them to go through those things. So I just want to make that clear too, because I mean, putting a lot of stuff like that out there, it can be dangerous. But at the end of the day, I mean, everybody knows who I am by now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows. Well, most of the people that know me, they know that. And a lot of them, I don't talk to often. People that I do talk to, my girlfriends that I most of the people know that I don't, really talk about my mom like that, because I'm embarrassed for one most of the time. But at the same time, I just feel so bad for her in the way of her mental health issues and what she struggles with and what she goes through, and the abuse that she did. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I suffered some mental abuse, and I think that's why I'm so mentally strong now in most ways, okay, most ways, but I don't think I could have survived her childhood, at all. Never. I mean, what she went through, the words, you can't even say some of it on Facebook, like I said, even with just a lot of stuff. But so I understand hurt people, and it can be a perpetuating cycle, and that's why I'm trying so hard to break it with my kids. I'm not perfect, and by any means, the things that I say about my mom, don't think there hasn't been an equal reaction, and I don't lose my shit, and that's why I try to keep myself distanced from her, because there is a lot of rage there. I am very capable of saying very hurtful things to her as well, and I don't like doing those things. I don't like, all families fight, and all families, a lot of people can be vicious and not mean what they say, and not, you say hurtful things, you don't mean it at the time, but you can say really mean things. I'm capable of doing those things too. I'm by no means perfect, but at the end of the day, it's hard to watch your mom go through mental health issues, and there's nothing you can do, because you can't even really reason sometimes with people, or just, you know, you're in your situation when people really have, you know, mental health issues. And my mom also had a traumatic brain injury when she was younger. I mean, that accident that she got into, she was like, I mean, she used to have a really bad scar, like literal scar face. And I remember people would like, she had plastic surgery in her later years, like 30s, but like just some surface black. I mean, but it was bad. Like, she had a huge, I mean, it was purple and dark brown, and I mean, like, excuse me, I got a dry mouth. I need to brush my teeth for today. I haven't even really gotten myself ready. Just left the house to take the kids to school, and then had some errands to run, and just did it in my damn pajamas. Same thing I was wearing last night. Don't care. Not using a filter today, to be honest with you. Like, today is like one of those realistic, like, just what your life consists of, like, behind closed doors, more or less. But I mean, just watching my mom slowly, just like, her brain deteriorates a little bit each year, and even if she's somewhat aware of it, I don't blame her for not wanting to like acknowledge it and like hold on to that and start living by understanding that, you know, no one wants. She's strong-headed and very independent in ways, and, you know, I get that she's fighting it, so it's hard. And it's like, you know, you got to deal with it either way. But I mean, you don't, people can write your family off, but I can't do that. I'm just going to put that out. I'm family first. Well, most of the time, okay? And blood doesn't mean your family, but that's my mom, and that's my only mom. That's the only mom I'm ever going to have. And when she's not here, there's been so many people I know that's died in the last couple of years. And I mean, you know, one himself that I was really close with, well, died this past year. It hasn't even been a year yet. So, I mean, I try to hold on to my loved ones. So, at the end of the day, I just wanted to make that clear. I know it's another long-ass video, but since I'm putting it all out there, you know what I'm saying? Let's just put it all out there. But my mom loves my babies, and she does everything she can for them, all of them. It's just her and I, it's our relationship that really struggles the most, and that's the problem, and that's where my problem lies, and that's where when I talk about things, that's where I'm coming from. So, you know, I just wanted to make that clear. She does love my babies, and even though she sucks as a mom, she's a pretty good damn grandmother when she wants to be. But at the end of the day, family drama is family drama. It happens. It's real. That's what it is. I mean, I never thought I'd be putting this shit out on fucking social media, I'll be honest with you on that one. Whether it be Facebook or fucking YouTube or whatever. Most people don't care enough. It was so funny. The other day I was out with my girls eating lunch, and we were in downtown Conway. And someone looked at me and goes, oh, hey, and they were talking to Dawn. They knew her, and so they were talking to her, and they were going, I know you. You're that girl from Facebook. And I didn't know whether to, like, hide my face and be like, oh, my God, like, that's so embarrassing. Because, like, I didn't know if it was for a good thing or a bad thing. For all I know, I mean, I didn't ask him. I just let them talk and say, hey, you know. So, I mean, it could have been for, you know, bad reasons. Because I'm that girl that runs her mouth. Who fucking knows? It was just kind of embarrassing. It caught me off guard. So, I mean, I get it. People watch my shit, but it could be for all the wrong reasons. God, it's windy out here. It could be for all. It could be for good reasons. It could be for bad reasons. I will say this. More females watch my page than men, which is what I want. I ain't trying to, like, appease to men. I mean, it's to anybody, but I mean, a lot of it's for moms and people that struggle with shit like this, whether you're a mom or not, or you just have a family member that has these problems. I mean, I love my family regardless. I don't see a lot of them no more. We all grew apart after our grandparents and great-grandparents passed away, or, you know, all that. But I do love my family, and I believe family over everything. That's my loyalty, and that's where it lies. And I'm big loyalty on that kind of thing. And that's why I still take care of my mom, and I'm still there for her, and I still protect her, and I probably will until the day she's gone, because I don't think I'd ever be able to forget myself. Now, yes, there needs to be healthy boundaries, and there needs to be, you know, work, but sometimes you can only accept things as they are and move around them in the right ways or the healthy ways. You can turn your back and walk away. You know, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things you can do, but I mean, I definitely choose not to walk away, and I just won't be able to. It's just, I have to find better ways to deal with it, or healthier ways, and set more boundaries to make her abide by them. It's hard. She's very stubborn, but, you know, I just, after watching like all my other videos, because I mean, I don't know if I'm the only person that does that when you make content or you put shit out there. I don't remake a lot of videos because I don't like really edit shit, to be honest with you, other than just use some filters. But like, be watching some of my stuff over, you know, and I don't know, after watching the videos this morning, I felt like I just needed to say these things and clarify a few things. So, you know, for everybody that does watch my stuff, I just wanted to say that about my mother. And I do love my mother very much.